So right now, 100 days, President Trump has signed 140 executive orders. That's a record. No president has ever signed even close to that in his first 100 days. The latest was signed 5 p.m. yesterday. It's the Protecting American Communities from Criminal Aliens order. Here's what it says, quote, the order directs the Attorney General and Secretary of Homeland Security to publish a list of states and local jurisdictions obstructing federal immigration law enforcement and notify each sanctuary jurisdiction of its non-compliance, providing an opportunity to correct it. Sanctuary jurisdictions that do not comply with federal law may lose federal funding. And remember, an executive order is federal law. Okay? So I recommended years ago that this happen because you can't have anarchy on the state and local governments saying to the federal government, hey, blank you. Okay, we're not enforcing this law. We don't like that law. We're going to do what we want. But that's what they did in the South, all right, before the Civil War. And that's what led to the war. So it's the federal government has the ultimate power in law. Now, the sanctuary situation is rejected by Republicans and MAGA people and those who support Donald Trump. Okay, they say shouldn't be any sanctuaries at all. But the other side, the Democrats, largely favor sanctuary cities. And I'll back that up by saying there wasn't one scrutinized by the Biden administration. Not one. Okay, so here was the reaction from a guy named Jorge Majoka. He is with the Arise Chicago outfit. Here's what Jorge said. Go.
The federal government cannot mandate a local police department to do anything or to not do anything. The city of Chicago is a municipality completely free to decide what exactly their police does. So I don't think we have to pay a whole lot more attention to this kind of crazy executive orders.
All right, well, Jorge doesn't know what he's talking about. So the federal government gives Chicago money to help the local police, all right, in a whole variety of ways. They're called block grants. Trump's going to stop them. Okay, so Chicago already broke. Is going to be more broke because it is not obeying federal law. That's how it works. And it's, you know, we got state of Maine, and we'll get to that, and the state of Minnesota defying the trans order. And yeah, you can do that. You can take it to court. You'll lose ultimately. But in the meantime, you ain't going to get any money. Now, the strangest analysis of this new executive order that I heard was from Michelle Obama, who has a new podcast. All right. She's tying the sanctuary city controversy into racism. Go.
So my fears are for what I know is happening out there in streets all over the city. And now that we have leadership that is sort of indiscriminately determining who belongs and who doesn't, and we know that those decisions aren't being made with courts and with due process, and, you know, that it's being made like this cop that pulled my brother over when he was 12. You don't look like somebody that belongs. You know, I can determine just by looking at you that you're a good person or you're not a good person. And knowing that there's so much bias and so much racism and so much ignorance that fuels those kind of choices.
I don't understand what the First Lady is saying, because she says that those decisions aren't made with the courts and with due process. The immigration law was passed by Congress and was signed into law by a president. And the people who are sneaking into the country or applying for asylum outside of what the law says, ports of entry, they violated immigration law. So what are you talking about? These decisions aren't made with courts and due process. Of course they're made that way. President Trump is trying to fix the economy, but Some believe the damage is already done. As the dollar value drops, China's power and gold keep going up. I called American Hartford Gold to diversify with physical precious metals, and you might consider that as well. They will help you secure your savings with physical gold and silver delivered right to your door, or you can set up a tax advantage gold IRA. Plus, it's tax and penalty free to roll over your current 401k or IRA. With billions in precious metals delivered, thousands of five-star ratings, and an A+ from the Better Business Bureau, they are the only precious metals dealer I trust. So please call or text American Hartford Gold. Tell them O'Reilly sent you, and you might get $15,000 of free silver on a qualifying order. Call 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Again, 866-501-5201 or text BILL to 65532. Thank you for watching. To view full episodes of the No Spin News anytime, sign up to become a BillO'Reilly.com premium or concierge member today.